Hello everyone, my name's Paula and this is episode number 15 of the Stitched by Mrs D podcast. Look, I've got Doug with me today. He's decided to come and sit on my lap. He's found a new bed which is actually a proper bed for once for him, and it's in front of the heater, so he hasn't been on my lap for ages because he's had such a good time in this new bed. If I was a cat, I would sleep in that bed as well. So I'm very pleased to have you on my lap, Doug. It's been a little while. So this is all about knitting and sewing today. No crochet, but I must get on with my crochet blankets. I do want to, but knitting has overtaken, hasn't it, Doug? Would you like to come up here? That's it, come on. Well, where do we start? I didn't mean to leave it this long again. I was going to record a video last week, but I worked Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday I was having my boiler serviced, and then the boiler service revealed that the boiler needed to be replaced. And then I worked on Thursday, the boiler was replaced on Friday, and then the week was over, and then I was poorly on Saturday. But I'll tell you all about that in a little while. So yeah, I didn't mean to leave it this long, but last week was a little bit busy. Well, it wasn't really that busy, but I didn't have a lot of time to myself to get this done. Now we're at a little bit of a dangerous time for dog barking. I've shut the curtains in there, but Dennis sometimes pokes his head out of the curtains and can see what's going on, but I think they're tired, so hopefully we won't get too much dog barking. Yeah. What can we say, Doug? Hey, we've got all sorts of news, haven't we? Well, let's start with the pet news. Pam, my cat, I've had her for 5 years, and I don't know if I've shown, like, she's been on these videos before, but I rescued her. She had 3 kittens. Her kittens were rescued and she was left behind, so I took her. I've had her for 5 years, and she sat with us once for, like, the first night I brought her home, and never again. And then one night last week, she sat with us, and we couldn't believe it. We daren't breathe. She just come over, she sat in the middle, relaxed, and put both of her feet out like this over the edge of the chair with her chin on it. Oh, she looked lovely. I took a picture of her. And well, James had a box of mince pies and he daren't open them. I had a can of Coke that I was desperate to drink, and I daren't open that either in case we scared her off. So we just sat there thirsty and hungry all night, but really pleased that the cat sat with us, and she's not done it again. She hasn't been near us again since. So funny. That's what I like about cats, though. I like their bad attitudes. You haven't got a bad attitude though, Doug, have you? Look at his little face. Yeah. I've got a lemon tea today, which is one of my favourite drinks. Not tea bag tea. This is powdery, sugary stuff from a jar. And this is my lemon cup. James bought it for me, my husband, because I said, "Cool, I wish I had a lemon cup to drink the lemon tea out of." So yeah, I only drink lemon tea out of that. I can't imagine. Can you imagine drinking coffee out of a cup with lemons on? No. What else have we got to say? The guinea pigs. The guinea pigs are doing very well. I've only got a couple of scratches this week, none on the face, because when I pick them up I hold them there, and sometimes they're really keen to get back in their hutch and they accidentally scratch me on the way back. But yeah, when I was poorly on Saturday, Lizzie, my youngest little girl, she put herself in charge of feeding them, and she said to me that when she went out there, Lovely was running up and down the stairs. So they're in Mr. Bobkin's old hutch, which is a massive hutch, and it's got stairs. Now, I've seen them go up the ramp, because when they were smaller I used to put them at the bottom, and then like when I was cleaning the top out and they couldn't get back up, and then one day all of a sudden they did it and I was so proud. And yeah, she told me that they'd been running up and down the stairs, and I was so excited. I called my mum and said, oh, Lovely's been downstairs. And then she told me the next day that that wasn't true and they hadn't been running up and down the stairs. But this morning, when I went to put some throws on the line, I could see a little black sausage at the bottom, and I lifted up the cover and it was Lovely. Lovely had got downstairs, and then I watched her. She went back upstairs, and then I watched her go down the stairs. It wasn't a very good landing at the bottom, wasn't very ladylike, but she did it. So yes, the guinea pigs, well, only Lovely, I've only seen her do it, can now go up and down. Yeah, so I'm very proud. I've got to video it. I bet they'll never do it again. Good boy, aren't you? Anyway, shall we start to talk about knitting instead? Oh, first of all, I'll tell you what I've got on. Can we show everybody? It's a dress that I've made a long time ago. Well, I'll show you the picture of it. I went down to my sewing room to see what I thought. I think it's this one. New Look 6143 in A. It's got sort of box pleats at the top, and this was some, I think you can make this dress out of 1.5 meters of fabric, which is really good, isn't it? Can we see, Doug? See, it's got these boxy bits there. Oh, and I've got my Blossom cardigan on again. I knew I'd wear this a lot. There you go, Doug. Lovely lace at the back. Now this cardigan accidentally went into the proper wash and the dryer the other day, and it came out unscathed, which was a relief. Yeah, they come out absolutely fine. I was a bit worried when I saw it in there, but no, it's fine. I even ran an iron over it. Fine. Right then, Doug. Let's talk about knitting. Have I got anything finished? Yes, I have. So, this is something that I showed you last time. These are my Mrs. Tiggy socks. It's patterned by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears, and it's made from Beehive Yarns, which was a present from my husband. And the wool, I think the name of it was NAIAD. How do you say that, Doug? We don't know, do we? It's very pretty. It's sparkly, and it's got grey, black and a little bit of green in it as well. Reminds me of a mossy rock on the beach. Yeah. It's a lovely pattern. I loved making these. They're so soft. And the toe, oh, that was a delight to make. I think this is the umbrella toe. I really like that. Yeah, so there they are. They're lovely. I will wear, come on. Oh, please come back. Come back. He has got, come on. Come on. I'm not lifting you on, you can walk. That's it. He's back. He's back. Yeah, I make all of my socks on 2.5mm needles, and I knit them on DPNs, and my favourite sock knitting needles are higher steels, not sharps. Whenever I use high sharps, I get a hole in my finger because of the way I knit. Sometimes I'll push the needle through with this finger, and if you do that too much, you get a hole in your finger with high sharps. But now high steels, they're fine, they're not too sharp. These were lovely to make. I enjoyed the lace pattern and everything about them. Do you know what my husband said to me about them? I took them up to bed one night to knit, and I was making them, and I'd probably done up to there on both of them, and he said, what on earth are they? So then my new socks, he said, are they chainmail? I think it's because the wool looks a bit, because it's so sparkly and silver. I'd say this was silver rather than grey. I suppose I can see where he's coming from, but don't tell him I said that. So yeah, when I'd finished that, oh actually before I'd even started those, I cast something new on. Now if you watched my last podcast, you'll know why I called these my selfish socks. Now do you remember this wool? This was going to be in my giveaway, which I must remember to talk to you about in a little while. Not giveaway, knit along, make along. Yeah, and then I presented it to everybody and I said, oh, this is going to be a prize. And then I saw it on the screen. I thought, oh no, I can't. So I kept it and I cast these on that same afternoon. So these are prairie socks, which I think these and the Peter socks, these are definitely my, I don't want to say go-to, because that's not really the way I talk. These are the socks I pick if I want the socks, the pattern and the wool to do a duet together. Do you know what I mean? Like they both work well together. They can both I don't know what I'm talking about. They both shine together. The pattern doesn't overtake, the wool doesn't overtake, they both work well together. And I think that this pattern is perfect for this. Can you see all those lovely speckles and the lovely little stitches that the pattern makes? I'm going to make my husband a pair of these socks because I've realised I've got quite behind with his sock knitting. Because I make him lots of pairs every Christmas. I've only made him 2 so far, well 2.5, you'll see. Yeah, this is Kate Celine. I think it might be bobbing along, but I'm not too sure. I got it in a D-stash. But they're beautiful, aren't they? Can you believe I was going to give it away? Whatever was I thinking? Once again, these were made on 2.5mm higher steels on DPNs. They're lovely. These knit up really quickly as well. I'd say this is probably the most interesting wool I've ever knit with, because you sort of thought you know what's coming next. Like you can see there's blue, pink, a little bit of green, then all of a sudden like, you get a little bit of red. You think, oh, where did that come from? And when I was winding it up into the ball, I could just tell how much I was going to like them. I had to keep them hidden from Lizzie because I knew that if she saw them she'd want them. So, but these are for me. And the good thing about this, you know, sometimes when you've got a highly speckled wool, sometimes you can get a brighter sock and then a paler one. They're both the same. There's no difference. I love them. Oh, Doug, which shall we put on tonight? The grey ones or the pretty colourful ones? It's hard to pick, isn't it? Let's see. Oh dear. Oh dear. I like to make little piles of socks like this. Do you like to do that as well? When you've made them? Oh. Oh. Doug, no, come on. Look. There's something about that, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? Oh, he's staring at me now. Yeah, so 2 pairs of socks off the needles, and I love them both. Both different. And did I say this Prairie Socks pattern is by Kay Jones as well? Yeah, Both different, but both equally as lovely as each other. Oh, Doug. He's licking his heel. He's having to get in ever such a horrible position to do it. He can't sit there the whole time staring at me. So let's have a look and see what else we've got on the go. Well, now this is my Whitmore, and I have finished the body. Whenever I make a jumper or a cardigan, I knit the body as really quickly, and then I stop, and then I'll knit the sleeves really quickly, like a couple of weeks after, sometimes a month after, and then think, well, why didn't I just do it all in one go? Because I made it so quickly, why didn't I just get it done? And I know that that's what I'm going to think about this. So here we are. Shall I put it on? This is made from King Cole Cotton Soft DK in black. So yeah, I've just got the arms. Maybe one of the reasons why I've stalled a bit on the arms is because I can't decide. There's two options. You can do tapered sleeves, or you can do bishop sleeves, and I can't decide. I don't think I'll ever wear it on the top of this dress because you can see through it. Can you see it? Oh, isn't it lovely? I should have worn something different underneath. It's hard to show you how nice it is, but I love it. I love the shape of the neck. Oh, I wish you could see it a bit better than this. It's this silly dress I've got underneath. Oh, here he comes again. Come on then, Doug. Yeah, oh, hang on, before you come over, so this is how long it is. Doug, come on. Oh, for goodness sake, Doug! Yeah, so it's just the sleeves to go. Oh, I think you can see it from there, can't you? What a funny angle. Wouldn't it be nice as a short sleeve top? Oh, no, that would be lazy, wouldn't it? Because I do want it as a jumper. I'll tell you what I would like to make. Stylecraft Bellissima that I made my beekeeper cardigan out of, they have got another range which is called Bambino, I think, and they've got this really nice mustardy colour in that. And before all the shops shut the other day, I made a mad dash down to the wool shop to buy some lining for my bags. And what else did I get? I can't remember, it doesn't matter anyway. But I saw it and I thought, oh yeah, that would make a really nice Whitmore, so I might make one of those after. Yeah, so just the sleeves to go. And the pattern here continues slightly down onto the sleeves. So I think once that bit's done, they will just fly. And I don't know why I do it. I do it every single time I make a jumper or a cardigan. And then I get cross. Well, I don't get cross with myself. It doesn't matter, does it? It all gets done in the end. I love this pattern. I'm definitely going to make another one. I've got an idea for, I'd quite like to make a neon pink one as well. Yeah. I wish I was the sort of person who could get away with like nice white fluffy things, but I'm not. I'm a spiller for one, aren't I, Doug? And also I have to be really careful about the sort of wool that I pick to make my clothes and garments. Well, obviously because of this, you just saw him crawling up my body, didn't you? He does that all the time. And you've done it since you were a kitten. When I first got him and his brother, I'd just got married and I had really long... Oh, I've had a haircut. I haven't told you. Well, you probably noticed. Well, my husband did it for me. Of course, I am not the sort of girl who is too worried about haircuts. I don't care. If it's cut, that's all I care about. I don't really mind about anything. So I said, can you cut my hair for me, James? He's done it before, and when he's done it in the past, he's put my hair into a ponytail and then shaved across like just whipped across like the bit with the hairband, and it turns into a graduated bob. But I didn't fancy a graduated bob this time, so what he did was just, he got the hair clippers again. What have we got that's a bit like a hair clipper? Nothing. So we'll use this hairbrush. Pretend this is like a hair clipper, and he just held it and he went like that all the way round. It took three minutes to do. Yeah, saved me £25, which I invested in something you're going to see in a little while. Yeah, so I was really pleased with it. It was a bit of a risk because I played a dreadful trick on him the night before. Shall I tell you what I did? We were going to have a takeaway pizza, and I am usually responsible for calling for that sort of stuff. Don't know why, I just do it. So I was on a Zoom call and I said to James, oh, because if you don't order from this pizza place at 5 o'clock, you don't get anything until like midnight. And we wanted it for about 6. So I said, right, James, I'm going to be on this Zoom call. So if I'm not off, can you please order the pizza? He said, yeah, okay, write down what we want. So I wrote it all down, and then I drew a line underneath it, and then I thought, oh, I fancy playing a trick on him. So I wrote down something on the list that wasn't even on the menu. And I didn't really think he'd fall for it. And when I tell you what the thing was called, so it was Halloween night as well. So I wrote on the list, it was our normal stuff, like family special with like sweet corn peppers, 3 portions of chips, coleslaw, a small chip pizza for Johnny, a can of 7-Up, and then at the bottom I wrote 1 portion of Halloween Bib Bob Nib Knob cake. And I thought, he's not going to do it. And then it got to 5 o'clock and I heard him on the phone, so I said to the people on the call, I said, hang on, I've got to go and listen, because I told them what I'd done. I've got to see if he does it. Oh, and he did it. He actually asked for Halloween Halloween Bib Bob Nib Knob cake. How embarrassing. But yeah, he thought it was funny. We like doing stuff like that, like playing tricks on each other. Yeah, so that was the day before he cut my hair. So it was a bit of a risk asking him to do it, but it all worked out okay. Things always work out okay in the end, don't they? Don't think I'm cruel. He's done worse to me before. He's played awful tricks on me before. I told the people on the Zoom call this as well. We had a Chinese takeaway delivered, and he'd hidden some stuff. So I called to complain and said that some of the stuff wasn't in the bag, and he was stood behind me laughing, tipping it on his plate. So embarrassing. Anyway, so that was my Whitmore. How did I get onto this? How did I get onto haircuts? Anyway. Now what else? Shall we have a look and see what's in this bag? So going on to James, I've got to get cracking on his Christmas socks. So I've made him 2 pairs, which I've shown you in the past. Before I give them all to him, I'll show them to you all together. Yeah, I've had to get going on these. Now this is made with drops. These are made. No, don't muck about. I was saying to people the other day that you don't mind, that you're not bothered by wool, and now you're showing me up. Go and sit over there. Go and sit over there. He's a bit annoying today, isn't he? Go and get in that nice bed. So yeah, these are made from Drops Fable. I haven't got the thing with me to tell you what it is. Now Drops Fable have a really good sale on Wool Warehouse. I think it's once a year, when I think the balls are reduced to about £1.50 a ball, and when that offer hits, I strike and I buy a lot of it, because this is my husband's favourite sock wool. And I have made him like hand dyed stuff before, but he prefers this, and that's fine by me because he is, well, you know what he did with the tumble dryer, don't you? He tumble dried his socks, so he's not bothered about them matching identically, and nor am I. If he's not bothered, nor am I. So this is how much I've done so far. I love knitting these socks. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a pale blue, a deeper blue, then a sort of navy line, and then it goes back up again. I love that, and I really like knitting with this Drops Fable as well, because you don't really know what you're going to get. Yeah. So I've got a few more balls, because what I think we're going to do this year for our presents, because we haven't got, neither of us need anything for Christmas. So I think we're going to do each other an advent calendar each. So these will be good prizes for the advent. I'm not talking about big prizes, like little things like, I really like marmalade and he likes Toblerone. So something nice to open every single day, a little treat every day to have in the evening. So these will be nice to put in there for him. Now he's got massive feet, so I always make his socks on 2.75mm needles and 72 stitches, and they fit him perfectly. He hasn't got chunky legs, but he's got big feet. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying knitting on these in the evenings. Love them. Now what else can I show you? Oh yeah, so on Saturday I was so ill. I have migraines, and I have 3 different types of migraines. I have one where I can sort of function, but it's this side of my head, and it feels like I've got a knitting needle going in there and coming out there. It's like the pain, it goes right the way through, but I can function, but I don't really like to talk to people just because it hurts my head, and I prefer the quiet. And then I've got the second type, is I get it on this side and I'm wiped out and I feel sick. And then I get the third type, which is the one I've had on Saturday, and I've only had 3 of these in my life. The first one I had was my first ever migraine and had to go to hospital. They thought I was having some sort of horrible brain problem and had to have an MRI, but thankfully it was just a migraine. And they make me so ill, like throwing up. Every time I shut my eyes, I was hallucinating, like weird stuff was going on in my head. The pain in my head, it was all the way from there, all the way down my neck and into my shoulder. And James was at work, so I just had to get up. Luckily my children are self-sufficient, they're very good. So I got up in the morning, I managed to go downstairs, I made them a cup of tea, and then I said, I'm really sorry everybody, I'm going to have to sit on the bed for a little while. So I went up to the bed, and as soon as I got on it I knew I weren't going to be able to get back off of it. Oh, I felt awful. But the children said they'd had the best day of their lives. They just sat downstairs playing together, not playing, but like talking to each other and watching stuff on the TV. They all played a computer game together, and then they all watched a film together that night. James said it's because they just got on with it and didn't have us moaning at them all day. But yeah, they had a lovely time. Made their own dinner. Yeah. But anyway, where am I going with this awful story? I didn't knit a stitch all day. That's how ill I felt. That is the sign, isn't it? Well, it certainly is for me. If I don't knit, I'm ill. And I'd also say probably if I don't put a load of washing on, I didn't do either. I didn't wash up. When James come home from work, all of the beds were all unmade. So the next day, when I was starting to feel a little bit better, I woke up and I thought, oh, am I better? You know, you're not too sure. So I went outside and looked at the guinea pigs, got a little bit of fresh air, and came back in and thought, right, I'm going to have a bath and a coffee. This is either going to make or break me. And it made me. And I started to feel better gradually throughout the day. And I really fancied something nice to knit on, so I cast something new on. Now, I'm still working from home, and I've been wearing shawls to work from home in when I'm sitting, and they're lovely. But when I'm having a day where I'm doing some sewing and I'm going backwards and forwards to the sewing machine, because my sewing machine is here, but I iron in the kitchen for some reason, and anyone who sews will know that when you sew you probably spend more time with the ironing board than you do with the sewing machine. And I've been wearing my bubble cowl, my Stephen West one. It's just a bit too big to walk about in, and the shawls will like come unravelled and stuff, so I wanted a lightweight cowl. So this is what could be a triple entry into my stuff along, and that's what the hashtag is going to be on Instagram. I don't think I explained it very well last time, so it is the hashtag stuff along. There's one post there which has got nothing to do with it, and I can easily discount that one. So this is a triple stuff along, because I'm using 2 skeins which I've had for a while, and I'm also using a pattern which I already had as well. So let's show you what I'm using. It's another ball of Kate Celine. You've seen this before because I was going to make a siren song shawl for it. In my episode where I had Mr. Bobkin in the kitchen, I showed you these 2 things together. So this is a Kate Celine. I got it in a D-stash. So pretty. And this is Cascade Heritage, and I got 3 of these, no, 3 or 4 on eBay. Someone was getting rid of them. And this is my favourite colour of Cascade Heritage. It's called Tutu. And I've got another whole one of these. And yeah, someone was I think I got 3 or 4 for £15. 2 pink and I think a couple of yellow ones, I think. So yeah, I've had these a while, and I knew I wanted to use them together because I think they look really nice together. So I think I told you last time, I am now a Bakery Bear patron. And when you're a Bakery Bear patron, you get access to some exclusive designs. And one of them is a cowl, and it's called the Raindrops on Roses cowl. And I thought, this is absolutely perfect. Now the design, actually, well, the one in the pattern used a set of minis and 1 whole skein, which I think is a brilliant idea. I think any design where you can use minis is brilliant. But what I've decided to do is alternate these instead and get 5 stripes of this rather than use minis, because I think they go so well together. Now look at these lovely big, you know I like eyelets, these big fat ploppy raindrop eyelets. I like the word plop. I probably shouldn't like the word plop, but I do. I don't know what to say. Yeah, so this is going to alternate between these. Look at that. It's making like little micro stripes, which is lovely. I've done too many rows of this pink here, but that's okay. It's because I wasn't feeling very well still. So this was just perfect. So Sunday afternoon we put ET on, and I started this, and I love it. I can't wait to wear it. It's a lovely pattern. It'll be really nice once it's blocked. I can see. I just love Cascade Heritage. I don't know if I've told you before, but on the rare occasions I've had a little go of dyeing myself, I just buy the snowy, I think it's called Snow, the plain white or cream Cascade Heritage, and dye that just because I just love it. So yeah, this will be very nice once it's finished. And it's just right for me to wear to give me a little bit of warmth round my neck that will stay there, and it's not too big like that big old bubble cowl which I do love, and I have worn it out a couple of times. Stephen West has just brought out a it's called Bubbles and Brioche shawl, which I would like to make, but not with brioche. Brioche is not an itch I feel like I need to scratch for some reason. So I'd be interested to buy it or have a look at the pattern, or if anyone's tried it, to see if I could make it without doing the brioche. I'm just not that bothered by it. Not bothered. So, and also there's a lovely bubble sweater as well. I'd quite like to make that. What I'd like to do is make it in that colour with red bubbles all around it. So I think that that's all I've got at the moment. This is going to be lovely, isn't it? Hopefully it won't take me too much longer. I think that's all the knitting I've got to show you. Oh, I have wound up another ball of my James wool that he bought me. This lovely blue sparkly, because I'm going to make a hat with this. But I can't decide which one. I definitely want to make another beret. Although I've got my bob back, haven't I? I didn't think. I don't know. I'll think about it. Rightio. Shall we have a look and see what stuff I've been treating myself to? So this is my Paula's... Oh no, I want to show you. So you know I said I've got a massive head? I want to show you this hat I made a few years ago. This is the How Quiet hat by Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade. This is one of the knit vent patterns. And I made this. This is a medium pattern. And it's made from probably one of my favourite indie dye colours that you can get. I've bought two of these. I've bought the mohair version, and this is the DK version. This is the Stranded Dye Works Naive Watercolour. I love this colour. I love it. Yeah, so I bought this with and made it with the intention of me keeping it. And I thought, oh yeah, medium, that'd be big enough. But it's not. It's way too small for me. I've got such a big head. Can you see I can't wear... Look at that, don't I look daft? I can't wear proper hats. Yeah. So that's Lizzie's now, and she wears it all the time. Doesn't matter, does it? As long as someone wears it. And that is the pom-poms. I made it. It needs a bit of a trim, I think, doesn't it? I made it from Special... Stylecraft Special DK, and it's called Fondant. But it needs a bit of a trim. Right, Paula's treats. What have I been buying this time? Well, I cannot resist a mystery club. I can't resist them at the minute. I've ordered Burrow and Saw the other day. Said that, and I fall for it every time. I know it's true. I know people are telling me the truth, but when I work for a marketing agency, and one of my bosses once said to me, fear is one of the biggest tools in marketing and advertising, and it's 100%. It's true. I fall for it every time. When I get told there's only a few left, I want one. So I've ordered from Burrow and Saw. I think it's called a Red Robin festive set. How could I resist that? How could I resist? So that hasn't arrived yet. And I've also ordered a new Happy New Year skein from Biff Sugar Yarns. Oh, because I get a bit miserable New Year. Just everything being over, and you go, Christmas over, you go back to normal. So I thought that would be something nice for me to cast on New Year's Eve. So that they have not arrived yet. But another thing I ordered, and I love a theme. So Biff Sugar Yarns were doing a bonfire night skein. Now everybody who's had this should have opened it. So let's show you. Now I'm going to tell you the truth. So I don't lie. When I opened this, I thought, oh, it wasn't what I'd pick. But that's what is the good thing about a club, isn't it? A mystery. You don't know what you're going to get. Now when you see it, you're going to know this isn't what I'd normally pick. However, the longer it's been like around the house, I can't resist it and I can't wait to cast it on. And I'd even offered it to James, but I don't think I want to have it. I think I'm going to make myself some nice dark socks with it. So this is called Forks, and this is it, look. So I wouldn't normally go for this, and the children thought it was hilarious when I opened it, but I love it now. I love it. I can't wait to see how it knits up. Oh, shall we unwind it and have a look? Ooh. Oh, it's lovely. Gonna regret this later, aren't I? Look. Ooh. Yeah, so I think I want to make myself some socks with this. James, no, he's got enough. He's got his Drops Fable one, so I'm going to make myself something with these. Yeah. Yeah, it's got navy blue, black, grey, brown, amber, a little bit of yellow. It's got something for everyone in it, unless you like pink. So that was that one. And then I've ordered, I wanted to try, because I like to try different dyers. So this is the Beaches and Birdsong. I've had this a couple of weeks now, but this was, I think it was their November or October sock club. And it's based on, I think it's called the Bird Lovers. The Bird Lovers Club. So I thought I'd give this one a go. And this is lovely. This is called Barn Owl. And again, this isn't something I'd normally go for, but I really, really love it. So I've got this mini with it, which is, it's got some lovely little grey flecks in it. And then this here, look at those nice colours. I fancy casting on Kay from the Bakery Bears is bringing out a new pattern with like a little cable. Can't remember what it's called now. Scottish name. And I think I'd like to use this to make those for myself. These would make a really nice pair of after bath socks, wouldn't they? Wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like the ones you know you're not going to muck up. You're just going to put them straight in slippers. Yeah. With nice pyjamas. Yeah, so I think I will... I'm itching to cast on both of those things. Can't do too much. A friend of mine has asked me to make her a pair of mitts. I'm not keen on them, but I've said yes. But she said it will take her a little bit of time to get the stuff together. I don't mind making stuff for people, but when you see the pattern, you'll see it's not my thing. What else have I got? Now, I love the Ducky Darlings Mini Club as well. Now these are the December one, so you might not have these, so if you haven't, look away. I have got the November ones to show you as well, but you'll see that sort of merges into the next section as well. So yeah, these are the December monthly minis for December from Ducky Darlings, and here they are. Oh, aren't they lovely? It's got this nice one here, sort of a goldy sparkly one. They remind me of candy canes, these two, and this one of toffee pennies. I wonder if I'm right. I think that one's my favourite. I'd quite like a big one of that. Oh, I'll tell you what would be nice, some little Christmas rabbits made with jumpers on with these, wouldn't it? Oh, I might do that. So the next thing, oh, I thought this is a bit silly. Hang on a minute. I've got my hot water bottle with me. When I was a baby, I had a cot, and it was a white wooden cot, and it had these like transfers on it, and it was either like a massive green, no, it was a massive blue fluffy bear with ever such a jolly face with a big satin bow on it, or it was a big pink bear with a blue bow. I can't remember which way it was round, but I saw this pink fur the other day when I went to my fabric and wool shop near where I live, and I couldn't resist it. I've got this idea in my head, I want to make a load of pink fluffy bears out of this, with like big satin bows round their necks. I don't know if I'll dress them. I don't know, they probably won't even, because this is quite thick compared to what I normally use. I'll see how it goes. Now, oh yeah, I want to talk to you about my teddy bear club. So all of the Christmas bears have now gone off to their homes, and they've either arrived or they're on the way there. And I sent them out a bit earlier because I wanted to get them out before this lockdown kicked in again, and because I think the postal service slowed up a little bit last time, so I wanted to get them all out. And I realised that the post office in my town, it's open on Sundays, and my husband's off on Sunday, so I got them all packaged up on Saturday. And on Sunday I said, oh, I was going to take all these to the post office, but I'm going to make this roast dinner now. He said, oh, I'll take them for you. I thought, yes. So off he went. He had 21 teddy bears, all packaged up separately, and he said it was awful. They were like, everybody like behind him in the queue were going, and I felt saying, that's exactly why I didn't want to do it myself. So they've all gone. So I've got winter teddy bears next. I don't know why, I don't think anybody's going to want winter teddy bears, but they're going to be going out. Just let me check my calendar for you. Just a second. I'm going to put those up for sale on Sunday the 29th of November, and they will be all posted out in the first week of January. So a very nice winter New Year treat for anybody who would like one. There won't be very many slots. Now colour wise, I was going to do like sparkly and snowy. However, I've decided to go a little bit different and go for so I think everybody would be expecting like turquoise and sparkly, like frozen-y type colours, but no, I'm not going to do that. So the clue I would say is powdery winter florals, powdery shimmery winter florals. And because it's winter, I think the sort of bears that I normally make hibernate, but there's one sort of bear, isn't there, who you will think about when you think of winter, and that's polar bears. So the winter bears will be polar bears. I've practiced and I've made one, and it is very, very nice little girl. Very well mannered as well at the moment, thank goodness. So yes, the winter bears will be polar bears, and they'll go for sale up for sale at 7 o'clock on the 29th of November, which is a Sunday. Hopefully I'll see you again before then, and I'll put a reminder on Instagram. I have got a video of all the Christmas teddy bears before they went, but I don't think that the international ones will have arrived, so I'll probably put that video in next time. So now I'm going to show you what will be going into my shop on Saturday, which is the 14th of November, and it will be 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. in the UK, and we're now in, I think, Greenwich Mean Time. So come on then, you've kept quiet the whole time, you can come up and say hello now. You've been very, very, very good. So this is another set of my Ducky Darlings, my like mini club, and I turned them into jumpers. These were the November club. Hello girls. So we've got Nancy, Nelly. Oh, I can't remember the other one's name. Nina. Yeah, Nina's a little bit moody. I don't know why, she hasn't told me, but I think you can tell by her face she's not in the best mood. This is the face, you know, I described my bad mood a couple of weeks ago. This is the look on my face that I had. Yeah. Whatever's the matter, Nina? She won't tell me. Alright, be like that. Yeah, so these three will all be for sale. I think that these went like shared a 3-pack of knickers because they've all got very similar knickers on. So I think they've like all chipped in and bought a pair. Well, yours are slightly different, aren't they, Nancy? Yeah, but these two definitely got the same colour though. Did you share a packet of knickers? Yeah. That's a good idea. If you're the same size, why not? Oh, yeah, you look nice there. So they will be up for sale. Whenever you buy one of my bears, I do give you information about what to feed them. Just in case you're worrying. Don't I talk rubbish. Right, and then I've made some Christmas bags as well. So the first one I've made is this one. There's a lovely big red bow on the front. And some buttons, bunting, and a lovely big red love heart on the back. This is quite a big one. So I put some stuff in it. I don't think I've ever shown you how they look when they're all zhuzhed up. Puff out a little bit at the top. There. So that's the sort of shape they are. So there's that one. That's quite a big one. And then I've got, well, they're all big really. I think this one's my favourite. It's the Return of the Reindeer. Oh, and listen. Lovely big red bow again. Some reindeers, buttons, bunting, and some jingle bells. And then there's this one. Yep, this one jingles as well. Some more reindeer, but I've just made this one nice and red. Put these in a nice box with a really nice scented sachet, so you might see that they smell quite nice. You might think that they smell nice. That jingles as well. Why am I doing that? And then I've got this one as well. Now I was a bit worried about this one because it's a bit different, but when I saw this fabric, I don't know about you, but I can't resist a cat wearing a jumper with Meowie Christmas written on it. So on the front I've put all of these lovely caps, and then these cards at the bottom. I don't know if you can see. What have I got in here? Oh, Christmas postcards. Yeah, so this is the back, and in these cards, can you see there's some elves and dogs, and they've all been shopping in their cars, and they've got their Christmas presents in the back. So there's some dogs at the back, cats on the front so that they don't argue, and then I hope to make another couple of in this fabric, but I don't know if people will like them because it's not that traditional, is it? But I just like that, and that is just like my Kim. I'd love a black cat. Let's see what this one looks like with some stuff in it. They're all drawstring. I always make drawstring bags, only because I had a horrible experience with a zip once. And some knitting. There. They're quite big. Oh no. It's going to happen again, isn't it? Dennis. Poor old Lillian. We've had so many fireworks around here and she hates them. She was completely fine until one day she went outside for a wee and one went off, and she's never been the same again. She was so scared last night she went and got in the shower with my oldest daughter, and she come down soaking wet. It's a little bit funny, but I did feel sorry for her. I'm just trying to think if I've got anything else to say. Yeah, so all this stuff will be in my shop Saturday night at 6 p.m. GMT. Is it GMT? I don't know. Yeah, 14th of November. Oh, I got a notification the other day from YouTube to say I'd got 1,000 subscribers, which I couldn't believe. And apparently I can now put the adverts on, but I'm not going to put the adverts on, and I'm hoping that it's something that I have to turn on, to switch on rather than turn off. So if you ever see any adverts, tell me, because I don't mind adverts, and I always watch other people's adverts, always, but sometimes it's a treat, isn't it, to not watch the adverts, so this can be your place where you don't have to watch them. I don't mind adverts at all, I quite like them sometimes. Although I do get there's one perfume advert that really gets stuck in my head for the rest of the day. But that's no big deal. Anyway, yeah, I think that'll do. I've nearly an hour. Oh, I'm going to try and do Vlogmas this year. I've decided. I've got the first week of December off because it's my birthday. So, I'm a bit worried though because I don't really go anywhere, so I don't know how good it will be, but I have got a lot of stuff to show you that I've never shown you before, so stuff from the archives. So if I'm having a day, which will be every day, where I'm not doing very much, I'll just have to find something from the archives every day to show you. Yeah, so I hope to make another video before that starts. I think this is enough, isn't it? This is enough. Oh, it's gone downhill again, hasn't it? And this is cold. That's how long I've been talking. Right, I'm going to go. Thank you to everybody who has watched and who've left me some lovely comments, especially last time about my incidents of the collywobbles. I had to explain to some people what collywobbles meant, and I hope that I'm correct in thinking that it means that a little bit nervous. Nothing serious, just a little bit, ooh, apprehension, you know, that sort of feeling. An hour. Oh, this is the longest one, isn't it? Right, yes, so thank you to everybody who has watched, subscribed, or has bought something from my shop or adopted a teddy bear. I do hope that if you have adopted a teddy bear that they're behaving. You three are all right, aren't you, so far? You're all quite well behaved, apart from this miserable one here. I hope she will tell me. Hopefully, if anyone gives her a new home, she will have snapped out of it before she's sent off. Right, I'm going to go. I hope to see you all soon. I hope you're all well. Bye bye.